"Dad, where is my mom, and why did she leave?" I asked my father. Dad was somehow shocked to hear me ask him that question. But he managed to find a reasonable answer to my sudden question. "Miracle." He called my name. "You are just a baby. When you are grown up enough, I will tell you everything you need to know," Dad said. "But Dad," I insisted, "my friend Fawn said that her mother said that my mother ran away and followed another man and abandoned me. Is that true?" I queried Dad. "Fawn said that?" Dad asked. "Yes," I replied. Dad looked at me for some time and then drew me closer to himself. He then said to me, "Miracle, my love, don't listen to what your friend said, okay? She doesn't know anything. Maybe her mother was talking about another person, okay?" "Okay," I said, and I left my daddy. And I went outside to go and play. I was just 7 years old when my friend Fawn abused me, that I don't have a mother that loves me like her own mother loves her, and that her mother said that my mother ran away and followed another man. The reason I asked my dad the question. My father has been taking good care of me alone, with the help of my auntie, my dad's sister that was living with us. I grew up to see only my dad and this my auntie as my family. My dad provides everything for me and makes sure I attended the best schools. I have never missed not having my mother around until my friends said those words to me. I quickly forgot about everything my friends said, and moved on with my life until I was 14 years old, when I started seeing my menses. I was in my room that day, when my dad knocked and entered my room. "Miracle, are you busy?" he asked. "No, Dad," I replied. "Okay, dear, I came to have a heart-to-heart discussion with you," Dad said. "Okay, Dad, please sit down," I said. Dad sat down, and was just looking around my room. He was commenting on this and that in my room. And I knew that he was finding it difficult to say whatever he had wanted to say to me. That was when I asked him, "Daddy, you've not said anything since you came in." He then cleared his throat, and looked at me and then said, "Miracle, you are a big girl now, and I think it's high time I tell you about your mother. Your auntie has informed me that you are now seeing your menstrual blood, so I think it's the best time for me to have this conversation with you." I was becoming uneasy and was wondering where the conversation will lead to. I only nodded my head to encourage my dad to continue. My dad started by telling me that he was the one that deflowered my mother, when she was 17 years old. He said he was 22 years old then, and was in love with my mother. They started having sex and she got pregnant. He was afraid that she might die while having abortion, so he took her to meet his parents. Their both parents were very disappointed, but my father's parents insisted that my father will not marry any other woman, except my mother, since he was grown up enough to impregnate her. They went and collected the marriage list from my mother's family, and then waited until my mother gave birth to me, before they went and paid everything on the list and the bride price. My dad got admission into school, while my mom nursed me. When I was a year old, my mom also got admission, and that was where problems started. Her education was being sponsored by my dad's parents, but my mom went to school and started seeing different men in school. My father tried to talk to her, but she wouldn't refrain. My dad reported to his parents and they rebuked her, but she only got angry and packed her things and moved in with another man in her school environment. It was a difficult time for his parents because I was still young, and still needed motherly care, but my mother never bothered. After she had left me for 7 months, she came back one day with her belongings to beg that she was sorry about her actions, but my dad's parents drove her away to go back to where she was coming from. She left and never came back. My dad got to know that she abandoned school when she couldn't pay for her schooling anymore. The man she was staying with sent her out, and her parents refused to take her in because she brought them shame. Since then my dad has not heard from her. That was everything my dad narrated to me that transpired between himself and my mother. He said he was telling me this so that I will be a good girl and never behave like my mother. He advised me to be serious with my education so that I will be great in life. I embraced my dad and thanked him. I promised him that I will never disappoint him. My auntie that was taking care of me was preparing for her marriage and will soon join her husband. My father also has told me that he wants to get married again. I will soon have a new mother and also little brothers and sisters. I was happy. I am 16 years old now. My stepmom has just given birth to a baby boy for my dad. Everyone is very happy, but something is bothering me. I have not seen my period for almost 3 months now. I think I am pregnant. I went to visit my auntie, yes. My auntie that raised me with my dad. Her husband asked me out and I accepted. We made love and he disvirgined me. We were having steady sex for the 6 weeks I stayed with them. Everything in my body has changed and my stepmom is asking me questions. I was in my room yesterday when my stepmom and my dad stormed my room early in the morning, with my dad's face burning red with anger. "Miracle, get up now, and tell me the person that got you pregnant," Dad screamed. "Dad, what are you saying?" I was asking, when a heavy slap landed on my face, followed by incessant beatings. "Who got you pregnant, you whore? Like mother, like daughter. I will kill you now and wipe away the memory of you, and your mother from my life." My father was still beating me, until my stepmom managed to drag him away from me. "Pack your things and leave my house," Dad said. "You will not embarrass me in this life. Go to whoever that got you pregnant, and stay there forever. I don't ever want to see you again," my father angrily screamed. My stepmom did everything she could to beg my dad, but he was adamant that I should leave his house. He refused to let me stay. My stepmom told me she had to tell my dad, since I refused to admit to her that I am pregnant. I don't know what to do with myself as it stands. I don't know where to go from here. My auntie's husband doesn't know that I am pregnant for him, and I don't want to tell him. I know I did wrong, by sleeping with my aunt husband. My auntie that loves me so much. I will rather die than make her leave her marriage. Because for 2 years she got married, she has not been pregnant yet. I also don't want to do abortion, as I don't want to die. What will I do now? See how I have also disappointed my father, just like my mother did. Be careful about the decisions you make in life even as a young person, because it will certainly determine how your future will turn out to be. Please kindly like this video, comment and subscribe to get more stories like this. Thank you.